Sports people are some of the highest paid professionals, and for good reason. It takes an insane amount of training for just a few hours or even minutes on the field. Out of the top 10 highest paid sports people in the world, 4 of them are in the NBA. These include LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Today, let's look at the lifestyle and net worth of the Greek god of basketball, Giannis Antetokounmpo. First up, the young star's net worth is a cool $86 million. The 27-year-old Antetokounmpo has been playing for the NBA since 2013 and has stayed with the Milwaukee Bucks ever since. That number of $86 million comes from both NBA earnings as well as the various brand endorsements he does. And given his game, he is a solid investment for both teams and brands. Also known as the Greek Freak, he's one of basketball's best players. He won 2 consecutive NBA Most Valuable Player awards in 2019 and 2020. This put him in the ranks of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James as the only players in NBA history to win 2 MVPs before the age of 26. He was also named the NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2020, becoming only the 3rd player after Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to hold both awards in the same season. In 2021, Antetokounmpo led the Bucks to their first NBA championship since 1971 and was named Finals MVP. The same year, he was honored as one of the NBA's greatest players of all time. He was included in the NBA's 75th anniversary team. The 7-foot-tall player actually comes from very humble beginnings in Athens. He is one of 4 children of Nigerian immigrants to Greece. His parents, as immigrants, could not easily find work, so Giannis and his elder brother, Thanasis, helped out the family by hawking watches, handbags, and sunglasses on the streets. Let's look at exactly how he made those millions. For the amount of money he's already made, he is still pretty young. For the 2nd consecutive year, he is the only one of the NBA's top 10 moneymakers who is yet to turn 30. Giannis Antetokounmpo has signed a 5-year contract worth more than $228 million with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's an annual average salary of more than $45 million. In 2022-23, Antetokounmpo will earn a base salary of $42 million. That's about $3.5 million a month. Not a bad salary at all, we think. And then there are the brand endorsements that come along with being one of the greatest basketball players today. Antetokounmpo has several big endorsement deals, including a long-term sponsorship deal with Nike that started back in November 2017. After winning the shoe bidding war for his services in 2016, the 6'11" European star is now one of Nike's most important ambassadors. The Greek Freak has another lucrative connection with JBL, the audio equipment giant. He also has deals with Hulu, Tissot, Kronos Foods, and T-Mobile. More specifically, JBL True Wireless, Hulu has Live Sports, and Metro by T-Mobile have all used Antetokounmpo's star power in advertising. During the 2019-2020 NBA season, the 5-time All-Star reportedly made more than $20 million in endorsement deals alone. He has also added partnerships with online gambling site NaviBet and the luxury watchmaker Breitling. From selling watches on the streets to this, what a journey this young Greek has had. Meanwhile, he has business interests beyond just basketball, and that brings in a considerable amount of wealth as well. The 27-year-old forward for the Bucks has been investing in several companies, as well as opening a shop in his native Athens. This is located at the airport, and he co-owns it with his 3 brothers. More recently, he has bought a stake in the telemedicine platform called Antidote Health. It's basically a telehealth service that gives access to the highest quality medical care at an affordable price, without the need for health insurance. You can find a virtual healthcare practitioner on demand and even get checkups without leaving the house. The airport shop, owned by Antetokounmpo and his brothers, carries some really neat sportswear and accessories. It's got clothes, bags, caps, bottles, and mugs. And the great thing is that it gives back as well. But more on that later. For the 2nd straight year, Antetokounmpo is the only one of the NBA's top 10 earners who is yet to turn 30. The 27-year-old Bucks forward, who is the subject of the film Rise, released on Disney Plus in June, has also been picking up stakes in a number of companies, including telemedicine platform Antidote Health. He also recently opened a shop, Antetokounmpo Bros, with his 4 brothers at the airport in his native Athens. And let's not forget the biopic Rise, a sports drama based on the life of Giannis and his brothers and their rise to fame and fortune in basketball. The movie was streamed exclusively on Disney Plus before making its way to other platforms. While the number hasn't been disclosed, we understand that the Antetokounmpo family did make a neat amount with the movie. Up next, he's got a $2 million mansion in Wisconsin. After his humble beginnings in Athens, Greece, the Greek Freak put down roots in Wisconsin, and he has lived in Wisconsin ever since he joined the Milwaukee Bucks in 2013. As his career skyrocketed, he turned his living quarters around too. He bought a mansion that's actually got quite a bit of Bucks history. The palatial mansion that Antetokounmpo got for himself was previously owned by another Bucks player, and another one before that too. In fact, he has played with both of the players, Carter Williams and Teletovic. In 2018, the Greek Freak traded in his downtown Milwaukee apartment for this $1 million mansion in River Hills, a small village in Milwaukee County. At the time of the purchase, Antetokounmpo's 9,000 square foot home had 6 bedrooms and 7.5 bathrooms. Add to that a games room, theater room, wine cellar, workout room, in-ground pool, and a complete guest house. The dominant power forward's pad is pretty impressive in many ways, but the two-time MVP could afford something even bigger and better. But we guess he's holding on for now. Let's take a look at the Greek Freak's car collection. Unlike the other NBA stars on Forbes' list of highest-paid athletes such as LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry, the Nigerian Greek superstar's car collection is sort of humble. The number of cars in his garage is also low. Comparatively, of course, he's only got 4 cars in total. The Land Rover Defender is one of 3 SUVs in Giannis' car collection. The next car on this list is the GMC Yukon. Actually, the only sports car in Giannis' garage is the BMW i8. The last car in the Greek Freak's car collection is the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. As a brand, Rolls-Royce doesn't require an introduction. It has been and will continue to be the pinnacle of luxury for decades. The Cullinan was the company's first SUV. All those SUVs tell us is that the superstar is really a family man at heart. He remains very close to his brothers and parents. So wholesome. Meanwhile, he also does a lot of good for the community. Even though Giannis is now one of the top NBA players, he's an active community ally. Back in March of 2020, Giannis announced through Twitter that he would donate $100,000 to the staff working at Fiserv Forum, the downtown Milwaukee arena used by his team. Following this, the whole Bucks organization followed Giannis' example and joined in. When the NBA was off-season due to COVID-19, he returned back to Greece and, with the help of his family and volunteers, he was able to donate hundreds of boxes of food to those in need. He also donated 20,000 masks to the town where his first basketball team was located. In 2019, Giannis and his teammates put on their aprons and got to work by serving dinner for an event. The purpose of this dinner was to raise money for Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. They were able to raise enough money to supply about 400,000 meals to those in need. Also in 2019, Giannis and his brothers launched a basketball academy with the support of Nike in Greece. The Antetokounmpo Academy is a community program based in Athens. The academy was created so that children from underprivileged backgrounds would have the opportunities that the Antetokounmpo brothers did not have while growing up. Lastly, his lifestyle is not exactly what we would expect from a young millionaire. Given that he's still under 30, Antetokounmpo could really be partying it up with an over-the-top, excessive lifestyle. But he really seems to be a grounded, humble young man at the end of the day. This could have something to do with his humble beginnings and his experience of living as an immigrant. His parents moved to Athens just 3 years before he was born. He didn't even have Greek citizenship until 2 months before his NBA draft. It is really great to see a successful young athlete who's living the dream and giving back at the same time. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Giannis Antetokounmpo will be on next year's list of the highest paid sports stars? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.